What's happening, y'all? Back with your boy Beamin for another Tell the Truth Tuesday. Uh, let's talk about threesome. Um, okay, this is my definition of a threesome. Again, this is my truth. My truth, always, forever will be my truth. Um, a threesome is when all parties are involved. All parties involved sexually, kissing, touching, hugging, freaking, all kind of things on each other. Everything nasty on each other. Everybody's involved. A lot of y'all are in what I call trains or taking turns, however you want to call it. Even you men, because a lot of you men think y'all have been in threesomes because y'all fuck two chicks in the same room at the same time. That's not a threesome, bro. Even if she was right in your face. They could have been back to back for all I know, so they ain't even look at each other the whole time. Like, that is crazy. And I've heard stories of females doing dudes like that. And yeah, in your mind, you think you had a threesome, and you really didn't. They took turns on you. So, if you ain't hitting one from the back, or you hitting one and she ain't riding the other one face, or she got her face or something, like, we ain't all the way going around, and the other person has to be involved too. Like, other than that, you got a pillow princess that don't want to do nothing extra. Nah, we can't have all that. Some people will go for that, that's their thing. But yeah, you can still count that kind of sort of because everybody touching. Well, not everybody ain't touching. So, and for you females that think because you fuck two dudes, if the two dudes weren't fucking with each other, kissing, touching, sucking on each other, and then now there was no threesome. What that was they was taking turns as well. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, I've been involved in some of them, and hey, all I can say is that they are fun if the female is really into it. I ain't suggesting it for nobody. I'm just saying it takes a certain kind of ego. So let's get that cleared up. That's threesomes. Now, the threesomes etiquette, the things that should be done in the threesome that people should understand is going on. One is hygiene, first and foremost. Always hygiene. Everyone must go into this thing fresh as can be because we're going to be sharing each other. You got to discuss this with your people. If you're fucking anybody raw, who you fucking raw, what you doing raw, whoever, if you doing both raw. One might be with a condom. I suggest switching condoms in between females, unless they're comfortable with it. You need to talk about these things. These are etiquettes that must, be communicated with. Just don't run in there doing some old crazy nasty stuff because everybody don't feel the same about everybody. So she might not appreciate you taking your dick straight out of her and putting it in her and not changing the condom. So that's something that must be talked about. That's something that must be discussed. Also, being able to last, men, okay? If you're not able to last, then stop pursuing the threesome. You got to be able mentally to understand that you have to walk into this thing with the capabilities of pleasing two women to the max because they're going to go all out for you, and hopefully they're going all out for you and they trying to please each other and everybody. You should be in it to please everybody, not just your woman or not just the new woman. Definitely don't do that. That's wrong. Don't never leave out your woman. If she gave you permission to have a threesome and y'all doing it together, don't ever leave out your woman. I'm not a big fan of relationship threesomes. I understand them. If y'all are that secure with each other, y'all should do them. I don't think that they're meant for relationships personally, but that's a personal choice and that's a personal thought because I haven't seen it work in my personal life too many times. But I also think that some couples can handle it. I'm not saying that it's so far-fetched and so far gone or nothing like that, that it's taboo. But I think it's a single person thing. Personally, with me, I don't think that unless you and your mate is open and honest with each other. But you definitely don't neglect. You don't neglect nobody. You don't go overboard with another person, and you just try to pace yourself. Me personally, I pace myself in the situation. I feel like women, actually all people involved, egos. Lose the ego. Everybody should be in there trying to please everybody. It shouldn't be who can fuck who better. If you got that mentality going into it, it's gonna be all bad. in the first place, because it's not about trying to outfuck nobody. Threesomes is really about sharing and just having that extra body, extra hand there to help with the pleasure, to add on to the pleasure. And I'm not saying that one person isn't enough. I'm just saying it adds on. That person you got in another one. Oh my goodness. And that's what it should be about for everybody involved. The sexual experience should be an add-on pleasure. So if you're gonna conduct yourself in a threesome, I think those are the things you should have in mind. You stay fresh. You don't be selfish. Lose the egos, definitely, and communicate. You always communicate what you want done, what you expect from it, and what you're open to, I should say. What you're open to, what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do, what you're willing to try, what you're not willing to try. Let's not run into those speed bumps during the process, because they can throw the whole damn mood off. And always, protect yourselves, protect yourself, protect your heart and your genitals. If you're not mentally ready for a threesome, don't pursue it, don't ask for it, because it comes with hearing somebody else make your mate make them noises that you make them make. And a lot of people can't deal with it. That psychological battle burns them up. And a lot of men, it burns them up to hear their woman being pleasured by somebody else, and it's not them. Women, I can't speak for a woman, but y'all free to leave comments or whatever. But these are just my rules and my thoughts on what a threesome is and everything. Y'all have a good one. I'm up out of here. Like I always say, protect your heart and your genitals, because everybody not on your level. Talk about what you want out of life. Speak it into existence. I'll holler at you.